I just need to say that doing research for these videos has been absolutely amazing. Like, so far I keep finding new things to talk about while I'm in the middle of just doing the research for the original video idea. For instance, this video was going to be about one particular player, and it ended up going from that player to another player, so now I'm going to be talking about two players in this video simply because I found something new to talk about while looking at the original idea. But regardless, I actually enjoy finding these new things while I'm doing research, which is why I'm so thankful that y'all have decided to keep supporting these videos, and I'm really glad that y'all like them. But originally, this video was going to be about that one player, the guy who was named the batting king this year, Tim Anderson. This year he batted .335 with an on-base percentage of .357. Now compared to players around his batting average range, even within the top 20, his on-base percentage isn't that good compared to the other players. Long story short, batting average good, on-base percentage bad. But it's not his batting average or his on-base percentage that even drew my eye to what he has done this season. It was more along the lines of him only having 15 base on balls. He only walked 15 times this season. That is extremely low. Basically, he was hacking at everything. Now, before he was named batting king, you probably know him best from this, and honestly, this clip in itself is probably my favorite of the season. I love the energy of it. But yes, he had just 15 walks and a whopping 109 strikeouts. Tim Anderson literally just embodied everyone's road to the show stats for their player. You know damn well you're swinging at everything. Honestly, all I want to do is thank Tim Anderson for finally making my road to the show stat line realistic. As I said before though, when I was doing the research for this video, I gladly came across something that caught my eye much more. I was sifting through the players that were only walked 15 times this year to make sure that Tim Anderson had did something that was unique. And then, when I least expected it, a Baltimore Oriole had appeared. .305 batting average. Yes, 16 walks. Keep going. 50 strikeouts? There it is. There it is. Hanser Alberto. Alberto had the lowest amount of strikeouts out of everybody in the top 20 in batting average. And he did that while only having 16 base on balls. And this isn't one of those cases of a low amount of plate appearances that lead to these wacky stat lines. He had 550 plate appearances. Here we have a man that was literally swinging his lights out and making contact with almost all of it. And I shit you not, I had to look this up. I shit you not when I say Hanser Alberto's 2019 stat line was almost identical to Vladimir Guerrero's very last season. And where did Vlad play his last season? Baltimore. And we all know that in today's MLB, on-base percentage is more highly valued than batting average is. That's just how it goes this year. But I am not going to let that stop me from looking at these players' batting averages and looking at all of the other stats just because I find it interesting. I'm not going to let you stop me on base percentage, gurus. These diamond in the rough stat lines only happen when you look at the basic batting stats and you don't go even to the littlest amount of advanced statistics. Even though on-base percentage isn't really an advanced statistic, it's more of an advanced statistic than batting average is, okay? That's just how it is. It's a minor advanced statistic. We're creating even more layers. Now, regardless of what you think about the batting average as a statistic in itself and whether it's highly valued or not, because in reality you could bat .298 and have an on-base percentage of .400 or whatever, and people would say, damn, that's really good, even though it's sub .300. But don't let all of that negate the fact that batting over .300 is still it's not an easy feat in itself. In other words, batting over .300 or even .300 is still something that needs to be recognized. And Hanser Alberto just did it while swinging like a madman. As always, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you even knew that Hanser Alberto put up a stat line like that this year. I'd imagine that most of you did not know unless you were a Baltimore Orioles fan. And if you are a Baltimore Orioles fan, that might be the highlight of your season.